Hey, yeah, hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? How you doing? Your girl has been busy, but tonight I wanted just to come on here, and I told y'all gonna get get tired of me, right? But I'm gonna be doing my best to come on live, which I actually came on live earlier today at church, but I'm not playing. Told y'all I am not playing, so y'all come on in the room. Come on in the room. I'm gonna share it out just for my regulars to know, because I may pop on at different times, you guys, but just know I'm gonna be on here. I'm gonna be on here, and like I said, I will make a post and just tag a few people. I am not playing around. And y'all catch it in a replay, feel free. And I know some people are on vacation, but I'm gonna tag them too. And I hope they enjoy themselves. Yes, I do. Hope they are enjoying themselves. And I hope y'all are too. Those that do get a chance to make it in here with me. Hope y'all are enjoying yourselves. Let me see, I can't type. There we go. There's a few of my people. There's a few of them, but yeah. I just want to talk to you guys tonight about how the room matters. The room matters. And what happens when God leads you into new spaces, okay? So tonight we're going to just sit here and just talk about things of like networking, but make this less about it's kind of less about networking, but more about positioning, spiritual positioning, spiritual positioning. Because this past week I just kind of found myself, of course, in different rooms, right? This whole weekend has been full of events, different rooms, right? But I found myself in those rooms, and a few faces that I knew and a few that I didn't know. So either way, it was spaces well worth being in, right? There were some of them filled with authors, some were filled with business owners, and some were filled with community leaders, right? Community leaders and business owners. And just sitting there, it just dawned on me that, Deborah, this is the room matters. The room matters. Not because of who's famous, though, not because of who's successful, but because God truly He uses these rooms to kind of like shift our mindset, our perspective on things, to open our eyes and expand our vision. That's what these new rooms are for. And He also, in turn, is revealing what's possible for you, right? What's possible for you and me. You, all of you, right? But yeah, but sometimes we can pray for things, pray for growth and expansion and all the things, right? But we stay in the same environment, we stay in the same circles. You have to step outside your comfort zone. You have to have those kind of different conversations, and you have to disrupt your normal thought pattern. You have to have some type of disruption in your thought pattern. And I'll be I'm waiting on my smoothie to finish thawing out. But you have to have some kind of disruption in your thought pattern. So tonight, this is what we're gonna dive into. Okay. So it says in Isaiah 43:19, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it?" And I'm gonna read it again. "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it?" So I just want to make sure you guys hear that and think about that for a Had to give y'all a little pause, right? Had to give y'all a little pause and sip me a little water because I left my smoothie in the freezer too long. But so anyway, so again, see, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up, do you not perceive it? And that is coming from Isaiah 43:19. So the question is not whether God is doing a new thing, right? But the question is, are you willing to go where the new thing is happening? Right? That's the question right there. Are you willing to go to a new place, where the new things are happening? That's what I'm doing. I'm going to the place where the new things are happening. Yes, I still mean with some of the old, but I'm going to places, new spaces, and new places, and meeting new faces. That's what I'm doing. I'm springing forth a new thing. That's what I'm doing, is a new thing, and it's showing, it's paying off. I'm not doing it, of course, for the awards, the accolades, and things like that, but it's showing that what I'm doing is being recognized, and that what I'm doing is shining a light. Is I pray that the light that's coming from me is showing the light of Christ, right? Because without him, none of this would be possible. None of it. I'm telling you, none of it would be possible. So God uses rooms to position us, right? He uses rooms to position us. That's one of the key points here tonight. God uses different rooms to position us. So when we think about Esther, she didn't start out in the palace, right? She was an ordinary young woman who found herself in an extraordinary room. And because she was willing to walk through those doors that God opened, an entire nation was impacted. For such a time as this, right? Esther 4:14. See, many times we just don't realize that God is positioning us until after we've already arrived. Did you ever sit back and think that maybe that new room is not a ballroom? Maybe it's a doctor's office. Maybe it's a support group, a church ministry. It's maybe it can even be a new job. It could be a class. Maybe it's a live stream, right? But maybe it could be a live stream where someone hears exactly what they need to hear, right? But God uses those rooms to position us for purpose. To position us for purpose, right? Sometimes God he'll change the rooms before he changes the situation, right? He'll put you in a whole new place before he changes your actual situation. Because like how some people will say, you move around from place to place to place, but you take the same old stuff with you. So you're gonna get in the same type of situations and everything. So, oh, and my daughter was sending me a message. Okay, but so like I said, he'll change the room before he changes the situation. So this really kind of really resonated with me because my situation, sometimes I'm like, okay, God, I'm still in the same situation. I'm still doing this. I'm still doing that. Come on, what gives, right? What gives? But he reminded me this weekend, especially, that he'll change my rooms before he changes the situation. So there have been some seasons, like I said, in my life where nothing around me seemed to be changing. Bills still there, responsibilities with the capital R still there, caregiving still there, challenges still there. But God is beginning to change the rooms that I'm entering. He's changing the rooms that I'm entering. Different conversations, different opportunities, different relationships, different levels of thinking. Like at Friday night at the gala, there were so many, like I said, dignitaries, higher ups, positions and things like that in the black culture, black community. And But real people, real talk, real people. We were like, hey, yeah, we took pictures, but they cracking jokes. They just, having a good time, just being themselves, regardless of their position, their financial status, any of that. They're just being themselves. So that showed me, you don't have to be this person or that person. You be you, be yourself, and you can still be in all those positions. Be yourself, right? So that gave me a different way of thinking as well, different way to look at things. But like I said, God sometimes, he doesn't immediately change your circumstances, but that doesn't mean that he's not changing it. And your environment is preparing you for the blessing. Like right now, he had me I felt like it was at a standstill, right? He had me just, stay in position though. That's key word, position. He had me, positioned. He has been positioning me. And at first I didn't see it. I'm like, okay, Lord, okay, I came out of this. Now I'm back in this. I'm back in that. Woe, woe is me. But he was showing me that he was positioning me. He was positioning me. And so here I am, right? Who would have thought I would be up here talking to you guys all the time? But here I am. He led me here. And so that leads me to my next point. Your gift will make room for you. Your gift will make room for you. And that's another one of my favorite scriptures, too. A man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. And that's Proverbs 18:16. Again, a man's gifts make room for him and brings him before great men. Just like I just said, I was in a room full of dignitaries, higher up, positions, CEOs of, big corporations and things of that nature. I was in the same room with them, little old me, But that's what God, your gift makes room for you. And they all know me as that's the author. And she's always talking about her books. She's always promoting other authors. They know me in the community for that. God has been shining a light on me, but he had to put me in those rooms. He had to put me in those rooms, even though sometimes I didn't feel like I belonged in them. He put me in the rooms. He positioned me, right? He positioned me. So your gift will make room for you. So now back to the scripture. Notice that scripture it doesn't say your title will make room for you again. Like I said, there are titles, right? It doesn't say that your followers will make, which I love. Y'all following me now, don't but it doesn't say that your followers will make room for you. It doesn't say that your popularity will make room for you. It says that your gift will make room for you. And speaking of popularity, a lot of um awards that companies or businesses have started to come together or create over the recent years. A lot of them are popularity contests. You whether you self nominate or you're nominated, then you have to go to share your votes. Your link to get your votes and everybody to vote for you and vote for you. Vote popularity contest. So the ones who don't know a lot of people, don't talk to a lot of people, just aren't popular. Yeah, so yeah. So again, that don't have nothing to do with your gift. Your gift is gonna make room for you regardless of their popularity. Your gift will make room for you. The gift that God placed inside of you. He created us all uniquely in his image, right? And he gave us all unique gifts. So yeah, he gave us all unique gifts. So like I said, for years I wrote them poems. I'm writing my other books and publishing them and everything. I've been publishing since, well, it's been over about 5, 6 years. Going to events, hosting events, showing up when there's only a few people watching, literally. But I showed up anyway. You know, the many times we want the room to be big, before we develop the gift. But sometimes, you have to realize that God is developing the gifts first. Then he opens the door. That's what's going on. He develops the gifts first. Then he opens the doors. This is my second year, going on my second year in the grant, in the Greater Augusta Black Chamber of Commerce. He had to develop me. He had to develop my gifts, right? And position me. And here I am. He positioned me. So don't let fear stop you. Don't let fear keep you out of rooms. The truth is, like, every new room can feel intimidating. I'll be honest. I don't know about you, but a new room can be intimidating. But you start wondering, do I belong here? Am I qualified? What if I say the wrong thing? What if nobody notices me? But I didn't feel that the other night, Friday night or Saturday night. I did not feel that people noticed me. I didn't say the wrong things. I was qualified. I am qualified, or I would not have this award. Would not have received this award. I'm trying to take the glare off of it. I would not have received this award if I was not qualified. And there was no popularity contest. I was qualified. And I thank God for the gifts that He's given me, right? I thank Him for that because, yeah, it was only God. It was only God. So, again, they noticed me. So, but something that God did not give us is, right? Y'all know this one. He did not give us a spirit of fear. It says, for God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and of a sound mind, right? 2 Timothy 1:7. So, sometimes that room that scares you is the room that ooh, it's like it's coming to me as I'm talking to you all, sharing with you all. It's like that revelation is still sinking in. Yeah. The rooms, because I'll be honest, sometimes, I'm like, I'm supposed to be in them rooms. I ain't, I'm not qualified. My financial status ain't where I think it should be. It's not where theirs is. But God said, no, you're qualified. You are qualified because of your gifts that I have given you. Right. So don't be afraid to go into those new rooms. Don't be afraid to be connected in those new rooms because those are your next level. The theme of the gala was the time is now. The time is now. The time is now, not yesterday, not even waiting until tomorrow. The time is now. The time is now. So it's time to get up and go, right? It's time to get up and go into those new spaces. So again, don't be fearful. And don't think that the people are better than you, because God we all put our pants on one leg at a time, right? Okay, so yeah, no one is better than you, and you have to allow God to stretch you. You have to allow God to stretch you. Look at my water. You have to allow God to stretch you. And hello, whoever's watching. I see a couple people on. I pray that this is resonating with you. But God will stretch you. He will stretch you outside your comfort zone so far. Whoo, I'm telling you. And that growth is uncomfortable. It can be very uncomfortable, but it's necessary. It is necessary. So this brings me to the real lesson. The biggest lesson that I have learned so far is don't just pray for open doors. Pray to be ready when the door opens. And I'll say this because, a while ago I had been reading the book, The Prayer of Jabez. And that's what that book is about, enlarging your territory. And God started enlarging my territory when I was reading that book and studying over the word. He began enlarging my territory, meeting authors even further than I, had normally. The ones that I had already knew that were in other states, he began to expand me to other states. He continued expanding my territory beyond my wildest dreams. And so, yeah, Be ready when those doors open. Be ready when those doors open because opportunities are going to come and go, right? Excuse me. They're going to come and go. But again, back to that preparation, right? Preparation determines whether we can walk through them or not. That's what preparation. You have to prepare. You have to be prepared. And what it says, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You got to be prepared. You got to be prepared. Because God may be opening doors in this season. He may open for you and for me. He's opening doors, but you don't know what doors are gonna be. He can open doors for new friendships, new partnerships, new business opportunities, new ministries, and new healing journeys. Because we're all going through something. We're all this life, this world. Everybody's healing from something at different times in their lives. If we're all healing from something, the economy right now, the gas prices, the utilities, the rent, everything. We're all going through different struggles right now. So yeah, we're all on a healing journey. If you didn't think you were, you are. But the question is, will we stay where we're comfortable, or will we trust God enough to walk into the room that He prepared us for? I'm going to say that again. Will we stay where we're comfortable, or will we trust God enough to walk into the room He prepared us for? Right? So I want you to answer that question. You don't have to answer it right now, but just think about that question. And what room is God calling you into that you've been hesitant to enter? What blessing, opportunity, healing, or purpose might be waiting on the other side of that door? That's what I want you to answer. I'm going to put these questions in there so they'll be going across the screen, because I really would like for you all to just sit with them and just take a moment and answer those. I'm going to put it on the ticker. Hold on a second. Hold on just a second. And like I said, I know a lot of you may catch this in the replay, so it'll be there. That question will be there. And then I want to add another one. The first question is, again, will we stay comfortable? Will we stay where we're comfortable, or will we trust God enough to walk into the room He prepared us for? And I don't know about y'all, but I'm walking into the rooms that God got prepared for me. I'm continuing to walk in those rooms. Oh, okay. I think it won't let me do but one ticker. Hold on. Yeah, so you'll see the other one that went across, of course, at first, because it's supposed to let me add a ticker, but let me see. Will it let me add the ticker? Guess it's not going to let me add a second ticker. Let me see. No, let me see if it'll show that one. Yep. There we go. You got both questions up there, you guys. Again, what room is God calling you into that you've been hesitant to enter? What blessing, opportunity, healing, or purpose might be waiting on the other side of that door? And the other question was, will we stay where we're comfortable, or will we trust God enough to walk into the room He prepared for us? All right. And I'm going to put that one back up there too, just to make sure you all get a chance to see it. And I would love to discuss those with you and, see your, get your, your answers for those. Feel free to share them. Oops, I didn't mean to put that up there. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, that was not supposed to be there. But I would love for you to, that was not something I needed. I just realized what that was, but that's for another video. And it's been also for a previous video, but it'll go back up there later. But, yeah, I just want to just say that, sometimes Your breakthrough isn't just in a prayer, you know. It's not just in another prayer. Sometimes it's in the room that God has been nudging you to enter all along, right? So think about that and, mull over that, how you need to process it, how you need to. It's not about me, you know. I'm here if you do need to conversate. My contact information is in my bio, of course. Or if you would like to just answer the questions in the here on YouTube, feel free. But if this video touched you in any way, please feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and share it out. Share it out to another sister or brother who needs to hear this. And I just want to again say thank you all so much for spending this time with me today. And I appreciate everything. And I look forward to continuing to have these type of conversations with you all. So with that being said, thank you, thank you, thank you for all that you do. And I will see you all in the next video. All right. Play us a little music going out. Play us a little music going out. Play a little music going out. All right. And I'll see y'all in the next video. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. And good night. You don't want me to go nowhere, right? Even though my sister's been telling me to stay over here for an hour. Oh my goodness, but tonight is not an hour night, so tonight we're already gonna end. I'm gonna hit the correct button. But yeah, shout out to Motivated to Soar, my sister Dee Dee, WSFN channel, Stephanie, Living My Best Life, a lot of stuff of happiness, Sister Echo. Thank you all so much. Camille, Pitts Life, Jay, all of you, Marina Latrina, Jay Jordan, all of you all. Thank you so much for your encouraging words and for continuing to keep me lifted up. And Bold One for Life, I forgot about her as well. Thank you all so much, y'all. It really made me feel loved over here on YouTube. And hope y'all can hear me over that music, but I'm gonna go ahead and say good night, and I will catch you guys in the next video.